Assalamu alaikum Nazreen. Welcome to The Right Angle. Today we have a very special guest, Mrs. Cesare Cardone, who is General Manager and Head of Gulf Business Machines. He's visiting Pakistan these days and we've invited him to talk about the IT industry in Gulf as well as the IT industry in Pakistan. Along with him is Mr. Aziz Ahmed, the Country Operations Head for GBM in Pakistan. We'll be talking to both of them on the IT industry in Pakistan, the business environment in Pakistan, as Mr. Cesare, who is an outsider, sees Pakistan these days. Welcome to the program, Cesare and Aziz. Cesare, we'll start with you, and we'll start about the operations in Pakistan. I understand Gulf Business Machines was operating for a long time in various countries of the Gulf until it decided to come to Pakistan. Can you take us back to that decision, why that decision was made so late in the day? Because I understand Gulf Business Machines, in short, GBM, was operating for more than 2 decades, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, almost. Basically, GBM started in 1990 in the Gulf. So we are 18 years old, which is there are few companies 18 years old in the Gulf. As a matter of fact, started as a spin-off of IBM. IBM started operating in the Gulf in 1948, as a matter of fact. And they were operating directly until the late 80s when they decided to transfer operation to local companies. As a matter of fact, we are a local company. Our 6 shareholders are large trading families in the Gulf. The business developed quite nicely, and we were thinking about expanding. This is one of the mission that also the shareholders gave us. And we were thinking about Pakistan since 2 or 3 years, as a matter of fact. But was always is a big country, is a complex country, and we did not really know which way to take, which road to take. Okay? And at the end, so we came to a conclusion last year, or the year before, as a matter of fact, and we decided to buy a company. We felt that the size, the complexity of the company of the country was such that it was indispensable to have a quick start with acquiring a company. So we acquired one of the major. The IBM business of one of the major partners of IBM, and we started. So basically, this happened in January 2007, and we are at the end
but
of the
in terms of the knowledge of our viewers, if you can share what kind of an IT industry we have in Gulf compared to Pakistan.
Well, first of all, the Gulf IT industry is changing at an incredible pace. So what is true now was not true 2 years ago, and it will not be true in a couple of years. So the pace of change is enormous. And so to compare the Gulf with here depends which year you take. So definitely we were interested.
But I mean, in short, the IT industry, the level of the IT industry in terms of its progress and so, it's much more, it would be much more in Gulf, in Dubai and other countries like Qatar and so on and so forth.
It is definitely more mature than here, and more mature a lot because of the influence of expatriates. So there is an easy way through in terms of increasing the level of any industry, as a matter of fact.
And I would also imagine that all the major IT players in the world would be operating there.
Absolutely.
So the level of competition
would be
It's a very
competitive market, moving very fast, a lot of capitals coming in, so it's very attractive.
And already the capital is there.
Capital is there, so that's why I'm saying it's very attractive for everybody. That's why I'm saying the dynamic of the IT market, or any market, from hotels to retails, is incredible. So it's very attracting a lot of investment. So definitely, in this sense, is a very dynamic and is going at a pace which is unnatural. It's not following the normal pattern of a country that evolves with a certain speed. These things are going incredibly fast.
Okay. Just to recap, how many countries are included where you are operating?
Yes, basically we are operating in Kuwait, in Qatar, in Bahrain, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Oman. So it's basically the peninsula outside Saudi. Okay. Saudi, there is a parallel company, the same that we have the same relationship with IBM, started basically together, and we take care of these 2 geographies.
Okay. Aziz, we'll talk specifically of operations in Pakistan. You have been associated with the IT industry for a long time, for almost 2 decades now, if I'm not wrong. And you've seen it all in terms of how the IT industry has progressed in Pakistan. The decision for GBM to come and start operations in Pakistan, how do you see it, as a positive thing in Pakistan or something which is a continuation or doesn't make any difference?
I think this was a very major initiative that regional company operating with a very professional background took to come to Pakistan. I think Pakistan's IT potential was growing at an exponential pace. Uh, IDC reports have been saying 25% growth year on year for the last 2-3 years, and they forecast the same growth rate in the coming years
In Pakistan?
in Pakistan.
Okay.
So I think this was the first major initiative from a company, major company outside Pakistan, to come into Pakistan to tap that potential. We also have a very good potential in human resources, in skill set. The type of people that we are producing are, I think, the best in the region. And the economy of scale in producing these people in Pakistan is such that it makes them cheaper in cost, in HR cost, compared to the region, to even India now. India is becoming very expensive. Singapore has become very expensive. So the potential of having developing people for, we are about to launch a graduate plan in which we want to go to the universities and give jobs and training to new fresh graduates, so that they not only serve the industry in Pakistan, but going forwards have the potential to serve the Gulf region through GBM and beyond.
So GBM is going to invest to hire graduates in Pakistan and give them the sort of on-the-job training.
On-the-job training, as well as the
How will it help those people, or those students, to gain employment? I mean, if you can.
No, first of all, they will be regular employees. They
Okay.
won't be interns or
Okay.
trainees. They
So
will be
that's the
employees. That's the difference. And then they will be put on the job in Pakistan, and if required, in the Gulf countries also, in bigger projects. In fact, one of our guys have already been to a proof of concept at Al Ain University in Abu Dhabi, which was Al Ain in the Gulf, and his job was accepted by the customer. So we have started that process already, and that, I think, it will also encourage the young professionals to move into the IT and have avenue of going abroad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cesare, I'll come back to the point that Aziz just raised about Gulf Business Machines being a global company now, okay, operating in so many countries. So the introduction of GBM in Pakistan, would it help the Pakistani IT professionals gain that international experience ultimately?
Well, we hope so. It's very definitely. But let me tell you, I will come back to this,
Yeah.
why we came here, because this,
Okay.
I think, is very important. First of all, Aziz mentioned, the industry analysts say that the market is growing at a faster pace here in the Gulf, which is remarkable. Okay, this is the first point. The second point is that is 1 hour flight, 1.5 hour flight. Okay, so we have a critical mass in the Gulf with 700-800 people, and the proximity gives us an incredible advantage in terms of providing high skill in the region. The other point is, of course, English speaking, okay, because we are thinking about other expansion, and the language can be a barrier. So this is the major reason why we came. Okay. Now, as it says, definitely there is a lot of people well educated. Nevertheless, there is a gap to the high skill level in IT industry. So the potential is there.
Yeah.
The skills are not fully available. So one of the mission that we do, well, it's for our interest, but at the end of the day, this, as a byproduct, also comes quite handy for the country, hopefully, is that we want to build here a pool of resources that will serve the customers, okay, and will also serve the Gulf, okay? So basically, we have top-notch skill in the Gulf. They will be traveling here, and by doing this, we'll develop local talent. So I believe that this is a mechanism that, as I say, to be honest, we do for our interest, but happen to be, I think, quite attractive for the country.
Okay. You have been traveling to Pakistan, I understand, for some times now, in terms to establish the company here, and you have been corresponding with the people in Pakistan, other than your own people who have finally joined GBM. Have you had any interaction with the government people?
Well, not really yet, because the company we acquired was more focusing on the private sector. So we did not enter so much, even though it is definitely within the scope of our next steps. Okay, so as a matter of fact, the acquisition of the business from IOP was, as I say, as a quick start, So anyway, we wanted to capitalize on the customer side, but definitely we will move also in government.
Okay, it is very important for us because Pakistan is under a lot of scrutiny these days in terms of all the bad reasons. The fact that you are here for business reasons gives us a good opportunity to discuss with you. It's a very good sign that foreigners are still coming to Pakistan and coming to Pakistan for business reasons. And the fact that you are here right now in Pakistan is a very good example that if there is a business opportunity, people are ready to fly in here. How do you see Pakistan today? What has been your reaction of visiting Pakistan?
Well, my reaction is absolutely normal country, so in the sense that, and now coming from Italy, which is not, as a country that sometimes has difficult press, so I'm not impressed at all. It's a normal country. There are good guys, bad guys, and we have zero bias, zero. We have our own style, our way of doing business. We will not change that way. Somebody will like it, somebody will not like it. It's not a problem. It's not. So I say we can open. So far we can open, and we are not changing our business model, so it's not a problem. Okay, so
that's a good thing. Aziz, just 1 second here. We'll take a break and come back and continue our discussions from here. Welcome back. We are talking to Mr. Cesare Cardone, Chief Executive Officer, Gulf Business Machines, who's visiting Pakistan to review business operations in Pakistan. And we also have with us Mr. Aziz Ahmed, who's looking after the country operations in Pakistan. Yes, Aziz, we were talking about the impact that you had in Pakistan, and you were explaining something about it.
As I was saying, I don't think we have had any major impact on from the external or the extraneous situation, because IT goes on. We might have had a couple of days blackout or 3 days blackout, which is all but natural when you have a
Aziz, when you say IT goes on, I think one of the things favoring GBM in Pakistan is that you are not doing much business with government, as Mr. Cesare explained. And therefore, the place which would have hit you from a business standpoint would have been the government operations.
Yeah, it would have been the government, but because we are concentrating on the banks and the financial sector, the banks have got to open up, the branches have got to open up the next morning.
Yeah.
The manufacturing concerns have got to be there, the utility companies have got to be there. So their requirement of IT keeps on growing.
Yeah, but let me just take it from here. Why is it a deliberate decision that you will do not too much business with government or do no business with government?
I don't think we have any such decision of not doing any business with government.
Is that so also in the other Gulf countries?
Now, let me, this is, I think it's an important point. The strength or our strategy is to replicate the business model we have in the Gulf, So this is obviously because we want to leverage the critical mass. We are focusing heavily on government in the Gulf. Now, there is a big difference between the government in this country, which is millions of people, and the government in the Gulf, which is our municipality.
Yeah.
Okay, so the type of project we are working on are of completely different scale. So that's why I'm saying our expertise in government in Dubai, in the Gulf, is a little bit under developed or undersized. Okay. Yeah. So we have, again, acquired a company which was not focusing on government, and there is no natural match. We will move for sure into government, but as a breaking in the sense that will be a prudent growth,
Okay.
So that's why.
But Aziz, I mean, if we look at the percentage of business between government and private sector, what would be that in Pakistan?
I think government would be contributing about 35 to 40% of the
35 to
business.
40% of the business would be coming from government sector.
Government. But at this point in time, we are not concentrate. We have not concentrated on the government. Having said that, we just got some orders from the government also, even during this blackout period. Only last month, in January, we got a major order from government. But it doesn't mean that we will
Okay,
say
your
no.
focus, you're
Yeah.
basically saying as
For
a
the time
start,
being.
your focus. The other thing that I like to ask and for viewers is, when we say of IT, I mean it's a very broad term. Would you elaborate the kind of mix the business has in terms of services and hardware and software, and what is the focus of GBM in
GBM
Pakistan?
here, as Cesare has been saying, GBM Pakistan would like to replicate the image of GBM in the Gulf. So we are wanting to be not selling just boxes, just computers. We want to sell solutions. We want to give a system integrated solution option to customers. If a customer comes and asks us for a core banking application solution, for instance, we will be wanting to give that. If a bank comes up and asks for an anti-money laundering solution, we'll be able to provide them a platform to develop that solution. We have in fact.
So what do you do? What do you do when you have to give a solution, but you do not have the expertise in Pakistan for that? Do you take help from your people?
Of course,
in Gulf?
GBM Pakistan being a 100% owned entity of GBM Gulf, we have access to all the expertise that GBM has in the Gulf. So when we had the anti-money laundering solution seminar in the first quarter of last year, we had people coming in from the Gulf to do the seminar, to present it, and if we have to deliver the solution, we'll have the critical mass from the Gulf to come and help us deliver that also.
Okay, I mean, we'll try something very interesting. I was watching about 2 days back on CNN that Microsoft is bidding for Yahoo. And so what would it mean for the IT industry, for viewers, if you can share? Because that's a very interesting news. That will make Microsoft, I think, unbeatable.
This is part of the IT industry, but very far from our business. In
Yeah.
the sense that, as you are saying, IT is an enormous industry today, and we are working in reality in a very small angle. So the opinion that I can have on events of this type is like, as a dentist or yourself or myself,
Okay.
there is no connection with us. For sure, Microsoft is a very major player, and all
But
these
Microsoft is your competitor in
it
another
is our
way.
competitor, but in reality, this acquisition or this effort
Would
is
have
more
nothing
to
to
control.
impact,
Exactly,
yeah.
it's nothing to do, So it's on the
Yeah.
advertising.
That makes the IT industry so complex that, I mean, it's not really defined in that way.
Absolutely.
I mean, in some areas you could be competing with companies which are part of the IT industry, but have nothing to do with you. I mean, in terms of, it's a very broad category.
Exactly, it is like this, and that's why for a company like us, it's very important to decide what is your business model. You risk to get lost in IT industry. Okay, so going back a little bit, what was Aziz was saying, I want to be more precise because our business model is very precise also in the Gulf. We are an IT infrastructure company. This is all out. So whatever is hardware, in the middleware, security, networking, this we are all out. We want to be able to provide any type of solutions. Okay? When we go to, let's say, solutions like core banking, anti-money laundering, we want to be very selective. We are a niche player there by design. Okay? So we have some expertise in financial services, some expertise in e-government. We have a very strong practice in e-government, and some expertise in some small niche of the telco. Okay? In this, we want to be a player. We are not after whatever it moves because, as you were saying, the industry is incredible. Okay, so if you try to grab every piece of business that is moving, you get lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of your relationship with IBM, what is the relationship like?
This company is as I say, was a spin-off of IBM. So our IBM is the life of IBM, of GBM, without any doubt. Now we have two major partners. Okay, is IBM and Cisco. This is we started this very strong relationship with Cisco 6-7 years ago, and today we are playing on these two.
Also in Pakistan?
Absolutely. That's why, as a matter of fact, the company we acquired was not doing almost any business in networking, and the first year we dedicated to develop networking capabilities. We became recently silver partner of Cisco, and that, as a matter of fact, is the major growth that we expect in 2008. We'll be a major player in the networking business, which is broader than Cisco itself, is active, passive, a lot of additional technologies.
Okay. Aziz, in terms of competition in Pakistan, who are your main competitors? I mean, is there any competition, or do you have a field day?
It's just like the global IT arena. We
Yeah.
have the
All
same
the players are there?
All the players are there. HP is there, Microsoft is there, Sun is there, Dell is there. So and then the local companies are also there. They have their own small niche markets and accounts where they work on. So we face the same competition that any IT company anywhere in the world would. But again, Pakistan is a totally different ball game compared to anywhere else. So competition, when I say HP is here, but HP is a liaison office.
Okay.
So it's the partners of HP who compete against us.
Yeah. Which is different than the main company being here.
Yeah, but the strength of GBM and IBM in Pakistan is that IBM has a branch office in Pakistan. So it's not only the GBM strength that we play on, it's the principal company, unlike competition who do not have a principal branch office in the country.
Okay. In terms of your first year experience in Pakistan, how has been the business?
The business has
Are you satisfied overall?
The business has been pretty satisfactory. The first couple of months we went through the formation phase. We were just trying to form the group of people who would be of service. We were contacting customers. The second half, the business started to grow. Third quarter was incredible. Fourth quarter, of course, after the October time frame and the political situation started heating up, as I said, there had been slight blackout periods. December 27, 28 morning, you can't do business. So that is how the fourth quarter went topsy-turvy with political condition creating blackouts.
What kind of political climate you like to see? Because we have these elections coming up now, February 18th, and what is the wish of the business people?
As I said, the bank will open on 19th February. My customer, being a bank, I have got to be there to service it.
Yeah.
It's need for storage, it's need for services, it's whatever its IT requirements will keep on growing, and we are there to be of service to them. So I don't think February 18 is going to have any impact. We will, be talking a bit more about politics in our offices, nothing more.
But that's about it. Yeah. We'll take another break here, a short break. We'll come back soon and continue our discussion. Welcome back. Cesare, we were discussing with Aziz about the political situation in Pakistan, and obviously as business people you like to have peaceful conditions and so on. Pakistan being very different from the rest of the Gulf, where this is not an issue anymore, in terms of peace and law and order situation. Pakistan is quite different. You could have situations every now and then. So you need to spend more time to look after Pakistan operations?
Well, in a way, we knew the country from outside. So this is the certain level of complexity in the political environment in Pakistan was notoriously there. So we see this up and down as an expected phenomenon. So of course, business, as you know, is very dry and very shrewd. We want stability, whatever it is. It is obvious. So in a way, so what's happening is absolutely normal, as expected. Okay. Now, of course, in a way, we believe that our value proposition to customer is, as a paradox, even more attractive, because we are a sizable company. The up and down in this country can affect us in a very marginal way. At the end of the day, $2, $3, $4 million more or less is not affecting the company. Okay. Yeah. And we are here for the long haul, so we will absorb this up and down with no, not blinking. So we can provide today value to customer independently from what it is.
Yeah, one of the things that obviously from a Pakistani perspective, even I like to advise and suggest is that Pakistan is a market like this where you would have such ups and downs. I mean, it's like very different from Gulf, for example. But at the end of the day, most business people that I meet, they're pretty happy doing business in Pakistan because there are a lot of opportunities, because you still have a lot of room for improvement in terms in every sector of the business, especially IT, like what Aziz was saying, 25% growth year on year. From that standpoint, is your growth objectives in Pakistan in line with the overall market growth, or you are thinking of doing better than the industry?
No, we have big ambition. No, we are in the ramp-up phase. So for the next 2 or 3 years, we intend to grow, much faster than the industry. Just to give you an idea, we have a plan which is 3 times almost what we did in 2007. So we have a ramp-up plan to reach the 40-45 million dollar, which has nothing to do with industry. We are trying to get in.
Okay.
When we reach that level, we reach the critical mass in terms of resources, in terms of presence in the country. There we will decide, which speed to try. Of course, which will be our strategy. But now we have, again, a ramping up strategy all out.
Okay. Aziz, in terms of the number of people working for GBM in Pakistan, how many people you have?
At this point in time, I think we are 30 plus.
Yeah.
But this morning, just before we came for this interview, I got an approval for headcount approval from Cesare, another 20 people immediately.
Okay, so that's a major increase.
Yeah.
In order to do 3 times the revenue that you did in 2007, of course you'll need
and
to
it
have.
shows the confidence that the corporate, GBM corporate, has in the country and in the GBM Pakistan branch, in spite of whatever is going on, having
I mean,
headcount
for our
approval.
viewers, this is a very good piece of information. It's a foreign company just approving almost 60-70% headcount increase in a country like Pakistan today, which speaks for the opportunities in Pakistan, in spite of the very difficult conditions sometimes that we face in Pakistan. But until and unless, as business people, we are optimistic, we should only then enter business, and that's the basic philosophy of business. Okay, now coming back to the point of IT industry in Pakistan as a whole, because there is a lot of comparison that people do between Pakistan and India. Of course, there is no comparison in terms of the volumes and the size of the industry in India. But one of the strengths that they talk about India, large middle class, English speaking middle class, and the quality of education and the opportunities. I'm not comparing with India, but I'm saying, is there any scope that Pakistan will eventually go towards the kind of business IT is doing in India?
Well, as you say, all the ingredients are there,
Yeah.
so it's not a matter of missing anything. Now it's a matter of the country, how they will invest, how they will develop, but definitely potential is there. Now, of course, to catch up with India is complicated. The region, the geographical region is the same, so definitely, first come and many positions are occupied. Definitely today, India is a monster, for even in terms of growth, in terms of relevance, is enormous. So it will not be easy. Nevertheless, as you say, the ingredients are there. Now, there are two sides of developing IT industry. One is outbound, and this, of course, will be complex. Yeah. Nevertheless, internally, the market is very big, so I think there is an enormous potential. As I say, there are a lot of well-educated people, but today we see a gap between what is the skill level that is needed and the skill existing. So today it's not easy for us to find the talent, that we need. The potential we have, but the specific talent is not there. So there is a lot to do, and I think everybody is in the.
But Aziz, coming to this point, you know the Pakistani environment better, and what is required to fill this gap between the skill level required and what is available?
I think what India
because generally Pakistanis also have some understanding that our skill level is very, very good or something like that.
Yeah, the potential, the caliber of the people is enormous.
Yeah, but it's no good till the time there's potential.
So what
it has to
India did about 20 years ago or 15 years ago was, first of all, they put in a lot of effort in the English language, and then at that point in time they also put in all of the efforts in the training schools and the training institutes. We have been doing it, but again it's been at on-off effort. Sometimes
slow
there's
process.
there's been a lot of thrust and a lot of people coming in, Dr. Ataur Rahman speaking about it, and so on and so forth. We see something happening, then it tapers off. We need a consistent effort. It has got to be a long-term, consistent effort in developing.
Is it also because of the reason that the best lot goes out somehow or the other?
Yeah, that is the brain drain is also a problem, because again, with companies like GBM coming in, we have now Cisco also having their office in Pakistan. These companies come, and the brain drain is slowly diminishing, because people want to be with the family in their own homeland rather than go out and earn an extra dollar.
Okay. Sir, I mean, GBM in all these Gulf countries, do you have some Pakistanis working there?
Yeah, we have a large community. As a matter of fact, is one of the advantages that we have. We have, I think, 12 or 13% of our employees are Pakistani, which are is very attractive, because they are it's a matter of pride, our success here. They like to come here to visit their family. They like to represent their skill in front of the customer. So that's why we are also building a newsletter from Aziz to the Pakistani community in GBM to create this synergy. And we have seen a lot of good things happening. So this is definitely one of the things we want to count on. And also we can give as I say, the opportunity to GBM Pakistani employee. They have a problem, they can come here, they have family issue for 3-4 years, they go back. So this is an attractive proposition, which is attractive for Pakistanis that will work in GBM Pakistan. They can have an experience in the Gulf and vice versa. So this is definitely one of the...
Okay. Anything that you like to share with the viewers in terms of GBM operations in Pakistan, or general conditions, business conditions?
Well, as I was saying before, what we aim, as I was discussing yesterday, we live out of reputation. We don't have a technology, we don't have anything. We are a company that the value of GBM is the collective skill of GBM. That's why. And our reputation is crucial. So what we intend to build over time is this image of GBM in this country, okay? Which is the image of respect for customer, competence, commitment, deliver what we say, never stretch, never promise what is impossible, okay? And I think we started doing this with few customers, and the speed of our growth and our success depends only on this, okay? So that's why we are very keen in educating our people, sharing the business value, business ethics, respect. This is crucial. If this happens, we have no problem of succeeding.
Aziz, anything that you'd like to share with our viewers?
The same message that Cesare just said. We would be looking forwards in the coming years to deliver the same type of commitment that GBM has done over the last 18-20 years in the Gulf. In Pakistan, the same set of commitment to the customers, to the employees, to the industry at large.
Thank you very much, Aziz. Thank you very much. Special thank you for you, Cesare, coming all the way from Dubai to Pakistan and visiting and looking after your operations in Pakistan. We hope you meet your objectives, the 3 times revenue growth that you think you will achieve in 2008. And Aziz, best of luck to you ensure that you achieve the targets set by Cesare. Okay, Cesare, thank you very much. Aziz, thank you very much. With this, we end our program here. Hope you enjoyed the program as much as we enjoyed presenting it. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye.